All right. Okay. Okay, we're live. Reportedly. Perfect. Now, all right. Let's see real quick. Is the audio on point? Like my politics? Let's see. Now, the title is suggestive to what the stream is really about here, and it's going to be about my facial hair. And you could say very self-absorbed, very mindful of myself, and I gotcha. But frankly, it's all the more appropriate because, again, hold on. All right, perfect. So we do have the stream operational, and that's perfect. Anyway, so should I shave it? Yes or no? Now, I personally looked into my own chat, and I really ascertained off of the opinions of a few dozen folks whether or not I should shave or get it all the way off. And frankly, we don't know yet because, on one hand, everything logically tells me to keep the facial hair. In fact, it takes me weeks to grow it back. But also, something tells me that, you know what, we ball anyhow. Who cares? Who cares? And that's the point. Now, I'm fighting with two different sides of myself. I want to shave this thing. Now, the middle ground would be to just shave this goatee or patch or whatever you call it, but then keep the mustache. But that's not the best look now, is it, folks? It's also doubling down on the ethnic look, which is a subjective thing, of course. I don't know if I want to necessarily go for that, but we're in a different topic going into this new realm, which is post-election sort of postpartum politic. You know, when it comes down to it, we're still going to be talking about my facial hair. Screw it. Oh, we're going to talk about the cabinet. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. We've been busy, folks. You know how I said that I'd be busy until the election? That was true, but we're still busy. And frankly, folks, it's like, well, at this point, the only luxury in life I have is not to play Black Ops 6, not to watch every football game, because I'll sacrifice my sleep for that. But the one joy I might have in the control over my own life might be to just shave my freaking facial hair. Anyway, Marcus Clay says, "Hey Lalo, I think you look good like this, but something is telling me that you need a full reset and shaving it all off might be a good start. Elaborate." Bender Production says, "I love a good clean shave. What's up? Old time viewer of the show. Well noticed." Anyways, yeah. I remember last year I was trying to shave, or sorry, I was baiting donos to shave, and I did get like $67 or something. And so there's a grift to it. So if somebody wants to give me $100 to go either way, whether it be me shaving now and then letting it grow over the span of a month, or for me to keep it like this for a month, you know what I mean? Like there is a grift to be had here. It's a bad economy. Okay, so until Trump is president, I'm going to be able to grift with impunity. Call me Nick Rekieta. Or don't, actually. Anyway. All right, so let me see what kind of stream I was doing back then, though. Let's do a little bit of comparative analysis. I know people say, Lalo, you talk so fast, but it's like I want to keep myself entertained because it keeps you guys entertained. God forbid I talk all slow. Imagine a loser talking all slow. Hey guys, I'm just talking very gently. Just loser speak at that point. So, anyhow, let's see. Marcus with a very biting remark here. Yes. I see the angle you're taking, but that has nothing to do with it. No. In fact, I've asked several women at this point, should shave it off just as an impulse? And they're all like, no, I like it. It's like, no, wait a minute. I want a yes woman, okay? Not a yes man. Those are gay. I want a yes woman. Yes, you'll look worse, but I want it to be better. That's what they should say, but they don't. They'll be like, oh, you're so good like this. It's like, no, wait a minute. And I'm being gaslit. These girls that are in college, they're like, "Oh, you," because I'm like, "Well, I want to look my own age. I look like I'm 30," and they'll be like, "Oh, you look your own age." I'm like, "No, I don't." Straight face, I don't lie. No, I don't. And they'll be like, yeah, "Okay, you look like you're 24, but that's a good thing." I'm like, "Okay, bitch, just say you want a 30-year-old." I agree that most women are into that, but listen, maybe I just want to be not infantilized. Not infant. I don't want to be like Kurt Cobain on the song "Dumb" by Nirvana. Okay, not quite that level of immature, but it's also like, okay, well, can I have some fun here? I don't want to have a midlife crisis where it's like, oh yeah, since 20 I had all this facial hair, I had to deal with all this politics stuff. Maybe we want to free ball it just a second, okay? But anyhow, let's see what else we have in here. Oh yeah, so I was going to show you some of the channel content that is kind of behind the scenes. Anyways, comment any questions or suggestions as to what I should do with my facial hair. As somebody incredulously said, your body, my choice. Maybe you guys can say that my body's your choice. I believe in democracy, right? Obviously. So, depends on how many people want me to keep the facial hair or get rid of it. Anyhow, Sam says, shave, shave ass for ladies, $200. That's yikes. Ha! Ha! Marcus says, wait a minute, it's got nothing to do with that, but rather general with other women. Yeah, of course. Of course. Actually, psych, no, it isn't. It has nothing to do with women. I'll check with women because I'm a conscientious person, but this is about me. I woke up this morning with a manic fixation over the facial hair. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. Fuck this. Fuck it. Get rid of it. Right? Okay. I'm getting a lot of comment notifications, but Tim Van says, nah, man, so do not shave it. Okay, but here's the thing. This is why I got to be somewhat, cognizant of what's going on here. Because on one hand, you have the women that want me to look older, but maybe I don't want to look older. Then you've got the men that want me to look older, not because they're gay, but just because men tend to respect men that look older, if that makes sense. So it's very tricky to know what I'm doing here. But let me show you what kind of world I'm in, by the way. So let's go ahead and look the into this. All right. So I posted this. Guys, for whatever reason, 13 hours ago, by the way, bright and early in the morning. Wait, let's check the comments. Be a man and keep it for a year. Love you, man, says Tim Van. Well, thank you. Now you do you, bro. Oh, okay, I gotcha. But um, keep it for a year. I've kept it for several months. But anyway, so I say here, manically, I say, guys, for whatever reason, I feel like shaving off my facial hair, and I don't really have a reason to, but I'm feeling it. Virtually everyone prefers the facial hair, but maybe they can suffer. What do you guys think? What if I do a live stream, maybe this one, with $100 goal to shave? I want to do this in time for it to grow before Amfest on the 19th of December. Sample pics from the past year. So again, this is me at around CPAC of 24. So this was many months ago. And then this was me maybe last summer. And then this was me. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember taking this picture, but I mean, this is kind of gay to have on the internet, honestly. So this is kind of gay. This one I took at the airport in Phoenix. Different type of hairstyle. Lack of a style, frankly. It's called a lack of a comb. This is me, obviously, with the facial hair. So we have 12 comments to look at here. So right now, we have Miss Region Rat. So it's a girl, though the name is hideous. And she says, better clean shaven, in my opinion, since nobody has said it, lol. Now, let me put myself as a small fixture of the screen. I'm not that egotistical now, am I? So let's go ahead and just put it right here. Okay, perfect. So as you can see, uh, she wants it clean shaven. Hey, yo. Doberman Lover says, you look handsome either way, Lalo. Now, is this a guy or a girl? Let's go take a look. Sharon. Okay, that's it. Okay. W. Thank you. This is see. I want an either or as I want a binary option. But if you say I'm handsome either way, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Now, if you guys didn't know, me being a conceited d-bag is part of the stream. I don't know. This is what you're signing up for. You know that South Park episode where they just skip over the terms and conditions of the iPad and then they get put into a knockoff human caterpillar centipede thing? That's what you're in for here. But not actually. Bastion9693 says, keep the facial hair, please. Whatever emoji this is, and then heart eye emojis. Is this a girl? Hold on a second. Jacob. Oh, yikes. I have a disproportionate amount of gay followers, which I take in stride. Like they take a lot of other things in stride in their rear, but not me. But, if I don't know. Jadeite McSwag says, don't shave. Buddy. Anyway, uh, okay. I forgot I sent this. So I replied to the guy. I didn't know what gender this commenter was. Are you a guy or a girl? Important question. True. Important question. Right? I'm not a homosexual. Anyway, Drake Kennedy says, do mustache only and then shave it all off. So this seems like a troll. You see? Um, Dead Treb says, keep it. It's too natural now. It'll be uncanny. See, but see, don't be a pussy. Don't be a pussy. Come on, full send it. Full send it in chat, folks. Let's see the energy. You sexy MF, bro. No homo, says Tim Van. Big if true. Big if true. Big if true. But anyway, the point being, though, is that, of course, it's uncanny. That's kind of the point, though. I'm a freak. No, I'm just kidding. But, like, I want to spice it up, folks. Johannes Gies, so that's a guy, says, please leave it alone. No need to shave it. Okay, so again, very heterosexual. Like, hey, don't fuck it. Don't fuck it up. Okay, I'll take it. Killer Fuzz Outdoors. That's probably a guy. Yeah, it is. Says, you look like Marco Rubio. Pretty racist remark. No, I'm just kidding, but okay, I'll take it. I say elaborate, which is one of my terms. Okay, this is a Loloism. Okay, there's suffa, there's felt. I mean, I take stuff from other people, of course, but I'm just saying in my region, this is me coming up with elaborate as a term that gets used all the more often. Anyhow, so I say elaborate to this point, and then Killer Fuzz Outdoors says, that's who I thought of when I saw you, which sounds kind of like a first love at first sight type shit. I don't know what's going on there. I don't like it. Anon says, shave the sides, make it a toothbrush mustache. What does that even mean? Let's look this up. Toothbrush mustache. So in this case, it would be... This better not be no German stuff, okay? Oh no. Oh no, folks. What is this? A toothbrush mustache is a short, simple mustache style with vertical sides that are about the width of the nose. Oh my fucking god. Okay. Trolled. You got me. I was like, what the fuck is that? Oh, jeez. Hell no. How much of a donut would I need if I, for example, if I were just shaving it all off, if I were to shave this and then do the Hitler thing, how much would I need to get paid to do that? To be on camera doing that stupid shit. What, like 200 bucks? I mean, I'm not a Nazi. I couldn't be. They'd kill me. Frankly, Hitler would have killed me. Frankly, folks, I would have been in there in the camps. I don't know. But yeah, that's hideous. That whole aesthetic and everything like that is so tacky. So tacky to me. The whole Hitler aesthetic. Oh my god. And the comb over that he had or whatever it was. Gayest critique I can make of the dictator, but that's just me. Okay. So, like I said, I believe in democracy. So if we look here, we got this poll. Anyway, Tim Van says, let your freak flag fly, louder with Crowder quote. Sounds kind of gay. On Point Politics says, please do not shave it. Now the fact that everybody wants me to not shave it makes me want to shave it. I don't know what's going on with me. My whole thing is that it's not a big deal because by the time Amfest comes around, it'll be fully grown again. We're going to make the facial hair great again. I'll just be raw dogging it for a few days and we'll see what happens. I've met so many people through politics that have only known me with the facial hair. Maybe I need to go back to the twink roots. And I was never a twink, okay? I was too fat for that. But I'm just saying back to the adolescent times, okay? Anyhow, so I have 56 votes in this election. Frankly, we need to stop the count. No, we do need more votes. I need the mail-ins. I need the midnight mail-in ballot drop, okay? Call me Racing Wisconsin. I need this right now because I want to shave all the facial hair. But according to the 56 votes here, we have a majority, like Trump's popular vote landslide. 54% say keep the facial hair. 27% of the geniuses in chat, again, it's somewhat like a bell curve distribution, say shave all facial hair. Genius. Now, just a mustache at 20%. So we have, of course, Dead Trab saying runoff. Yeah, it's a runoff. And you know what happened in the runoff in Georgia 3 years ago? Okay, the Democrats swept it up and they won. So, anyway, we have some comments in here as well. So we have this guy saying shrink the goatee so you can look even more like Lalo Salamanca. So that's a cool comparison. I'll take it. True Grave says you should have one of those Hispanic pencil mustaches. Let's look up what that looks like. So that's going to be... Those look like garbage. These look awful. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, gracias. That's trash. Mustaches suck, frankly. No, that's gay. All right. Um, John Boy says shave the left side only. So this guy's just kidding. So I demoted the comment, of course, because the guy was being a goofball, stupid head, duty face. But anyhow, so let's see what my live stream was like the last time I did this a year ago. I did this, I believe, the fall semester of my junior year. I was doing the whole gimmick of shaving. Okay. So where was we? Or sorry, where was I? Um, no, what? Damn. Here, let's pull this up. Could it have been this? Yes. Yes. It was this one. This was 1 year ago. It was August 29th of 23. So this is over a year ago. Look at that. Okay, so let's see what I sounded like. A new development going on, and there's a lot of moving parts. And so we are really trying to get to the bottom of it all. And what that means is, like, for instance, the facial hair. The facial hair is getting a little bit crazy. Let's look at this. All right. So let's make sure this thing is operating correctly. And right now, I don't know yet. So, okay, now it's working. Okay, fantastic. All right, so let's get the ball rolling very soon. Ben Noach, first commenter, says, hey, yo, Lalo, and then 5 emoji, this emoji, sperm whale, like happy emoji. Okay, great. Yeah. Matt Gagnon says, Lamau. Yo, what's up, Matt Gagnon? Big friend of the show. Big shout out to Matt Gagnon. He's one of the biggest friends of the channel. Biggest. Big shout out to Matt Gagnon. Solar Select says, so I'm coming in with the fat jokes. Anyway, cringe aside, folks, that was the vibe back then. Remember, this again, this, by the way, is the same room as the one that's in the stream. It just looks very different, okay? I had the big-ass armoire. It's in the garbage somewhere. But anyway, shave facial hair for $100. See, that's where I got the idea. See, I had this stroke of genius, and it was just laying dormant there for so long. But there we go. Tim Van says, question, why we talking about hair? This just what was one of those ideas, you know. I'd otherwise be torturing other people about this, okay? Instead, this is like an exhibitionist. That sounds kind of gay. Like I'm just sparring with the. So I'm just sparring with the chat. We're spitballing ideas here. It's like, should I shave it? Should I not? I'm leaning towards doing it. I'm not going to do it tonight unless money starts flowing in. But tomorrow morning, post shower, once I get everything lubricated, I might actually cut it all out. Not the being annoying part, but the hair, because I feel like if I have the balls, I'll do it. But anyway, did I do anything important here? I made $30 at that point halfway through. What else do we have in here? $50. Yikes, why did I have my fucking tongue out? $50. Okay, so maybe I made $50 there. Interesting. Johnny Five says $50 for the beard, $50 for the stash. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, why not? Dead Treb says thoughts on the Matt Gaetz allegations. I would have to read up on them. I knew about them in passing from a few years ago, but it's something about a 17-year-old and like crossing state lines. I do want to look into that real quick because I am somewhat curious about Matt Gaetz. Seems like a probably innocent. Yo, free my dog. I don't know. Let's see. Uh, we'll do scandal. Sheesh. Whoa, these headlines are crazy. Yo, that's crazy, dog. Of course these bastards put a paywall on everything, huh? They don't want me to win. How about PBS? Are we good with PBS? Matt Gaetz was once under investigation for sex trafficking. Now he could lead the Justice Department. That's just funny. That's just kind of Kino, frankly. It's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of like a power move. Anyway, let's see what we got in here. Gaetz vehemently denied any wrongdoing. Okay, well that's enough for me. No, I'm just kidding. So I'm just waiting on the details here. See, All right, so the federal sex trafficking investigation began under Attorney General Bill Barr during Trump's term, focused on the allegations that Gates and one-time political ally Joe Greenberg paid underage girls and escorts or offered them gifts in exchange for sex. Well, wouldn't it be concretely that they paid them or gave them gifts? Why the fuck is it ambiguous? Anyhow, Greenberg, a fellow Republican who served as a tax collector in Florida's Seminole County, admitted as a part of a plea deal with prosecutors in 2021 that he had paid women and an underage girl to have sex with him and other men. The men were not identified in court documents where he pleaded guilty. Greenberg was sentenced in 22 to 11 years in prison. Okay, so that's very different from what the mainstream media says, by the way. Because when you really think about it, folks, look at this. So the implication is that the guy that was associated with Matt Gaetz pled guilty to something, so therefore Matt Gaetz totally did the worst part of this along with the other guy, which is not certain, and you can't read into the court documents anyway. So to not give Matt Gaetz the benefit of the doubt is not only a confirmation bias, but is also judicially not, obviously congruent with what we do in law, because you got to give people the benefit of the doubt unless they're proven otherwise. And to be fair here, you look at this. In the plea deal, he admits, and this is Joe Greenberg or whatever his name is, he paid women and an underage girl. So what it seems to me is like he had sex with like 15 women, in their 20s, and then one underage girl. And I see the age floating around as 17. So what it seems like to me is that he, hooked up with a ton of like 19, 20-year-olds, then one 17-year-old. And so that doesn't set a pattern here. It seems like a one-off. And who's to say that Matt Gaetz even had sex with the 17-year-old? Why wouldn't it be the multiple adult women and not the one small number, which is literally one of many probably, that were 17 years old? And so, I mean, again, you can't really say this on CNN because they'd kill you for it, but it just seems to me as if it's a bunch of bad faith, to be corny about it, but it is bad faith journalism, to be quite clear. Anyway, reading more. Federal investigators scrutinized a trip that Gaetz took to the Bahamas with a group of women and a doctor who donated to his campaign, and whether the women were paid or received gifts to have sex with the men, according to people familiar with the matter who were not allowed publicly to discuss the investigation. Prosecutors also investigated whether Gaetz and his associates tried to secure government jobs for some of the women, and scrutinized Gaetz' connections to the medical marijuana sector, including whether his associates sought to influence legislation Gaetz sponsored, the people have said. Gaetz had remained under investigation by the House Ethics Committee over allegations that he was part of a scheme that led to the sex trafficking of a 17-year-old girl. Okay, so the writing thus far is freaking terrible. Again, a bunch of facetious sort of wording. Bottom line, Gaetz took these girls to the Bahamas. There's no proof that he did anything wrong here. Gaetz is under investigation. Gaetz is under investigation because he was friends with the guy that pled guilty to doing something bad, and we're just going to assume that Gaetz was a part of it, despite no evidence to that being the case. Wow. Dead Treb says, regardless, it's still degenerate behavior. Although if they did cross state lines, it could have been with the age of consent as being 16 in the Bahamas. Dead Treb says also the DOJ bringing no charges says a lot about a real case. Seems to me likely that they can't prove anything beyond a reasonable doubt, obviously, on Matt Gaetz. But even beside the point, they're just going to throw stuff that, lies are based off of kernels of truth typically. Kind of like how comedy is funny because it's based off an exaggerated reality that we all can understand. And I think a lot of lies are formulated in that context. So did Matt Gaetz have a bunch of like scandalous sex with 20-year-olds? Yeah, probably. Did he have sex with an underage girl? Probably not. But even if he did, though, think about it. Okay, so the criticism is not that he had sex with a 17-year-old in Nevada where the age of consent would be, let's say, 16. That's not the criticism. They wouldn't say anything. But because Florida's age of consent is 18, put him in prison. Now, is that opportunistic sort of thinking, morality-wise? Because what's the big difference? Now, my point is that doing that at all, there's all this like fornicating, whatever, that's also pretty bad. But this whole moral virtue signaling over like, oh my God, he slept with the girl that was 6 months too young. Otherwise, he wouldn't have even cared had she been ran through by 20 different guys on the jet that he flew her on. I mean, get real for a second. Okay, the left is completely facetious when it comes to the morality of this whole thing. But anyhow. Do we have any other questions? Dead Treb says it could be another Me Too hoax. I don't think it's a Me Too hoax. It just seems like something, you when you play around in the mud and people accuse you of having shit on you, you do have something brown smeared on you that you shouldn't have had, and so you can see why it's kind of his fault. So my victim blaming Matt Gaetz, yes, certainly, but come on, it's still a lie what they're saying about him. Anyway, but to be clear, I'm already burned through a lot of my energy here. We've gone 25 minutes, so give me questions to keep me alive because otherwise I do have to get up for school in like 8 hours, which is not bad. I'll go on 5 or 6 hours of sleep all the time, but my eyes burn. Okay, I'm a victim. But anyway, texting somebody. Okay, hold on. Anyhow, I'm looking at this stream. I was trying to get on this stream. I was trying to, I've been going to different people asking them if I should get the shave, obviously. Not in real life, like I don't know these people in real life, but I'm talking about all these mentions. I'm trying to read these. Hold on.
Because you
Jeremy,
exposed
be
before,
let alone letting your family.
she lost. So no. I appreciate you always saying hello and like they're there because they're not.
Is she? Oh yeah, apparently she's sick.
Oh, she was she couldn't talk. Like she was very nasally for the first half of the stream, and
This is boring. Okay. Boring, boring, boring. Okay. There we go. I'm back in the center of attention. Alrighty, folks. So, anyways, should I shave it? Should I shave it? Should I shave it? Should I shave it? Hmm. How should I decide this? How should I decide this? How should I decide it? How should I decide it? Man, there's nothing that I can do to break the tie on my own head as to what to do. So this stream effectively did nothing, but I hope that my little diatribe entertained you guys for a little bit there tonight. But anyways, I will be back sometime in the future. Okay, folks. See y'all on the next one. Adios.